Have you ever wondered what's really going on inside your own head? I mean, really? What if I told you that for thousands of years, there's been a very precise map of the inner obstacles that stop us from getting true mental clarity? Let's take a closer look at this ancient map of the mind. I think we've all been there. It's that feeling of being stuck or distracted or just heavy. You want to move forward, you want to be clear and focused, but it feels like you're wading through mental mud. So what is this invisible barrier anyway?
Well, it turns out this is not a new problem at all. Ancient wisdom traditions identified these exact states with incredible precision. They called them the Pañca Nīvaraṇā, which literally means the 5 hindrances. And these aren't just bad moods. They are specific patterns that literally cover, obstruct, and just obscure the mind's natural brightness.
So to clear the fog, first, we've got to know what it's made of. Let's meet these 5 hindrances one by one, because seeing them clearly is the very first step to moving beyond them. First up, we have sensory desire. This is the restless, wanting mind. It's that constant pull towards something pleasant. That next cookie, the next episode, the endless scroll for something new and shiny. It's a kind of hunger that's never quite satisfied, always pulling our focus away from the present and towards some future pleasure. The second hindrance is ill will. Now, this is the mind that pushes things away. And it's not just about explosive anger. It's that subtle irritation when someone cuts you off in traffic, the resentment you hold on to from a past argument, or even that low-grade annoyance with your circumstances. It's any energy that says, I don't like this, and I want it to go away. Okay, number 3, sloth and torpor. This isn't just about being physically tired. It's a heavy, foggy state of mind. It's that feeling when your brain just doesn't want to engage, where everything feels like way too much effort. It's kind of like a mental shutdown that makes focus and clarity feel impossible. The fourth is actually a 2-parter, restlessness and remorse. Restlessness is that bouncing off the walls mind, can't sit still, can't focus on one thing, always jumping to the next thought. And then remorse, or worry, is the mind that's stuck in the past, replaying mistakes and cringing over things we've said or done. Both of these keep the mind in a constant state of agitation. And finally, the 5th hindrance is doubt. This is the mind that gets caught in skeptical indecision. Am I doing this right? Is this even worth it? Can I really do this? It's a mental wavering that just completely undermines our confidence and paralyzes us, preventing us from committing to any path with conviction. So those are the 5 culprits. But just listing them doesn't really capture their impact, does it? What's really fascinating is how the ancient texts describe the actual feeling of being caught in these states. Yeah, the descriptions aren't abstract or philosophical. They are deeply personal, totally relatable. They're designed to make you recognize the feeling in your own experience, to help you see these hindrances not as character flaws, but as universal human burdens. This illustrates the contrast perfectly. A mind tangled up with hindrances feels heavy, like being constantly in debt or chronically sick. It feels constrained, like being locked in a prison or a slave to your own thoughts. And it feels perilous, like being lost on a dangerous journey. But a mind without them, it's free, healthy, and safe. These metaphors are so powerful because they feel so true to life. So we've seen the problem and we've felt its weight. But what's on the other side? What does it actually feel like when these chains are unlocked and the mind is finally set free? Well, the texts state it directly. The experience is one of profound relief and liberation. It's not about achieving some superhuman state. It's about returning to a natural state of well-being, like recovering from an illness or finally paying off a heavy debt. It is, quite simply, a feeling of safety and freedom. And a mind in this state, a vinivarana chittam, it has these beautiful qualities. It's described as being soft and receptive, no longer hardened by ill will or agitated by restlessness. It's uplifted, no longer weighed down by sluggishness or doubt. It becomes pliable and ready. But ready for what, you ask? It's ready for insight. This is one of my absolute favorite similes from the texts. A mind cleared of the hindrances is like a perfectly clean white cloth. It's finally ready to absorb the dye of wisdom purely and deeply. Think about it. If the cloth is stained with desire, anger, or doubt, the dye just won't take properly. Clarity, then, is the prerequisite for any true understanding. So, the crucial point here is that this whole process isn't just about getting rid of the bad stuff.
Letting go of the hindrances actually kicks off this amazing, positive chain reaction, a real upward spiral of the mind. Let's see how that sequence unfolds. This sequence, it just unfolds naturally. The moment you abandon the hindrances, a simple joy arises. That joy then deepens into a more energetic rapture. As the mind delights in this freedom, the body follows, becoming tranquil. From that tranquility, a deep and steady happiness is felt. And only then, on this firm foundation of well-being, can the mind truly become concentrated.
And this is the key takeaway. You can't force concentration or happiness onto a mind that's bogged down by debt, sickness, and imprisonment. By clearing away the hindrances, you aren't just getting back to neutral. You are actively cultivating the fertile ground from which joy, peace, and deep focus naturally grow. So as we finish up, I'll leave you with this question. Take an honest look inside. Is it the constant wanting, the subtle irritation, that mental fog, the restless energy, or is it paralyzing doubt? Whichever one it is, just imagine for a moment what it would truly feel like to be free from that debt, released from that prison, and to finally be standing on safe ground.